discomfort, tension, hypervigilance. These are the three words I would put synonymously with the post-apocalypse. A daunting experience, crushing with constant anxiety, struggle for survival, and unnerving distress. Some of us already had that in their childhood enough. Some others are just used to it, like myself. Therefore, there's no shame in wanting to have fun the easy way, because that's what video games are about after all. However, as somebody with CPTSD, I need a certain rush to keep sane. The potential of Fallout 76 custom worlds is immense, and it is heartbreaking to see that the devs do not get the resources they maybe should in order to transform this into a giant in the entire gaming community. Allow me to give you a glimpse of it, a little appetizer so to speak, because ideas I do have plenty, just like barriers blocking them right now. Therefore, enjoy today's video of my hereupon biggest Fallout 76 production, the Permadeath Custom Server. 200% more damage by players, but also NPCs, 25% less carry weight, limited fast travel, disabled VATs, no Fallout First features such as scrap boxes, ammo boxes, aid boxes or survival tents, and enhanced special stats for the NPCs to have increased perception in tracking you down, increased strength to withstand direct hits, and so on. And, well of course, that if you die, you remain dead. Your achievements lost, your goods dropped, your mission fulfilled. We had over 100 reported players within 1 month of this challenge that I came up with. And after a lot of 76 updates tanked that number a little bit, we are back again. But it is merely the tip of the iceberg of my greatest scheme. However, let's explore what that tip looks like, because it's sharp, it's tense, and it's entertaining. Here goes the summary of our recent Fallout 76 Permadeath playthrough we did on Twitch. It started like any other stream. We greeted each other while jamming to music and caught up to each other before we spun the wheel for what type of character I should create. Because not only are we doing a Permadeath challenge on the server, we also do encourage roleplay. After 5 spins from which the community could choose in my Twitch chat, we ended up in a run that's perfect in displaying the default difficulty of the server, as it was voted I shall play as myself. So, making my own decisions based on my own morale system, doing whatever I like to do the most right in the moment, that flexibility is helpful in getting a hang of it first, after having permadeathed in 76 myself in quite a while actually. We are dead already, you know, we're going to the light at the end of the tunnel. After finishing the character, it was time to switch over to the Permadeath server, as creating a new character always puts you into a public world first, but that allows you to use a dedicated character slot for precisely just that, so you can re-input the character each time you die to start again. And then you would usually open the social menu and join whoever's hosting the Permadeath world. In my case, I'm just opening it myself. Right here. Here you can see it again. All the rules are also in the Discord. If you're a part of my Discord server, you can assign yourself the Permadeath role in the roles channel if you're interested in participating at it, with a lot of very, very heavy rules that really make it a bit harder. And boy, did it feel great joining again and enjoying that eerie atmosphere that the Permadeath server provides. We even met directly another player who also happened to log back in as a ghoul, though luckily not interested in a fight. I mean, it'd be ridiculous anyways. You have nothing to gain as a level 50 to kill a fresh level 2 player other than losing your own bullets. So I went my way and decided to firstly get some practice shots in with the feral ghouls that spawn around Vault 76. Ammunition and some extra weapons. Get rid of some ghouls. There we go. Get the first few XPs. Before we go down to the other 2 NPCs there, have a little sleep in the sleeping bag for some extra XP. There we go. Come on. Tickets, please. Hello, tickets please. No ticket? Okay, you're dead. Well done.
Tickets, please.
Boss.
No ticket.
And up there is another ghoul. It's squatting right now. It's a ghoulpnik. You know, a gopnik and a ghoul in one is a ghoulpnik. Which is why it's Slav squatting there. You can quickly tell the overall mood was still fun and games, as it always is when you start on a run. But also held up a little bit until things became a little bit more mysterious with the arbitrary that you get on a server when there's more than just one person interacting with the world. There's usually... Oh, there's a dead settler! Somebody killed the settler! Yeah, we see already players have looted a little bit here, so we do not have as much materials as we would when we are first time on the server, but that's okay, that's just part of it. That's how it is when you play with other people on the server, and that's... Heard some shots. That's what I mentioned, why it would be nice to be able to control how much spawns in containers, for example, for a custom world, and more players on a custom world to really cause some sparse, some sparse passes there in the loot. And therefore, players are forced to work together here and there if they want to survive, you know, just really forcing that formation of civilization and whatnot. Because otherwise, if they're like too independent, of course, they don't have a use for that. I was at the Gilman Lumber Mill as the NPC Lion Platt has a daily quest that rewards greatly in XP with a pool of 3 possible tasks. Unfortunately, I got unlucky and got the impossible one I didn't even start to think about. Yeah, it's the Mothman Cultist. That will not happen, hence, because that is just very hard to do. You see, collect cultist artifacts, 0 out of 4. I will not do that. It is just way too hard to do at the start. The reason why it is so hard is because those Molotov cocktails the cultists throw sting quite heavily on the Permadeath server with plus 200% damage. Especially since the Organ Cave is such a cramped interior, it is certainly a quest you do not want to do at the start. So, since I couldn't get that easy XP or loot right away, I decided to make my way down to Flatwoods with a brief halt at the Wayward and the Overseas Camp for supplies. But, just outside Flatwoods, nerve-wracking action started. Ooh, the MIRV frag grenade and a pulse mine plan. I'm extremely lucky with plans today, would you look at that? Yeah, I don't know if I made the car explode. I would assume so. We still have one more mole rat left. And that one almost killed me. Look at my health bar right now. Look at that health bar. Look at this. I was almost at death from just one mole rat bite. So if you wonder how much 200% damage is, there you have it. Flatwoods itself was, expectedly, a cakewalk with a 2 starter quests that helped significantly, but I decided for a little extra exciting adventure of attempting the Fertile Soil event at the Voltaic Agricultural Research Center for additional resources and experience. Sniping with a 10mm that is not made for sniping is a little bit of an action. There we go. I also go sure these cars will not explode too close to me. Just first to try to get... There we go, that's the car. Did that get the other one too? Nope. Let's get that one then. There we go. Because otherwise, the robots may shoot the cars as we are next to them, and that's not nice. Would be a little bit of an embarrassment. Go. As caution.
Unable to locate.
Oh, there's one underneath me. That's dangerous. There's 2 underneath me. There we go.
Warning.
Very hard to see them under these conditions as well. Yeah, oh, there's another one back over there. There we go. The goal to get this one done early on Permadeath is just really being cautious and knowing the spawns for some of them. Which, by the way, robots can explode too sometimes, so really gotta be mindful of that. As you can see, I started off quite well with exterminating the robots over a distance, so I could stay away from easier direct hits and possible explosions. But, of course, I had to eventually draw in close in order to reach the entrance of the Voltec Agricultural Center itself, which proved to be way more troublesome than I firstly expected, because as always with Fallout 76, the game was up for a few surprises. And since we do have a lot of ammo, we can risk it. So that's the ultimate thing. If you want to do this, have enough ammo. Be aware of this random encounter over there too with those ghouls there. Oh no, it's aliens. Oh, am I lucky that I didn't go there. Oh, am I lucky I didn't go there. I really have to be mindful of that one now. Because we have the alien event back up in Fallout 76 that also affects custom worlds. Inevitably. There we go. Oh, there's still one left, okay. There we go. And as long as I crawl around, I should not be detected by the aliens. Which is very important right now, because aliens hit like a truck, as I mentioned earlier. Those are not fun fighting already on public. You can't imagine how much harder it is than on Permadeath. So I will avoid attacking those. Rather go inside the research center, get that one done, and continue from there.
Potential source found.
I love it. So what we just had there couldn't scope in. That is a thing that I've been seeing for a while now, that sometimes when you get into interiors or come out of interiors in 76, they cannot use the scope for some reason. For us. Get down here. We may have some ghouls down there. Yep. And make sure I will not have any ghoul on my back enter that terminal. Go. We still have some Mr. Farmhands left on the upper level. Level 5, there we go, a lightweight one, which is pretty good. There we go. Just have to repair that at some point, because already the condition's not looking that great, but that's fastly done. Just crafting. There we go, that's one of them. That's another one. Just wide, actually, they may explode. There we go. Where the mighty heck? Ah. There we go, that's where. Okay. And just like that, I mastered where many others before me have failed. And it was quite a success because it meant I would leave Flatwoods as a level 6, which is already pretty good considering the average level per run of over 200 player staff reports is level 10. It showed I didn't lose my shtick over the long break I had. However, if you think there weren't any other troubles on the road, oh boy, you will not believe what came next. After storing loot and selling goods, I decided to make my way to Morgantown Airport for the continuation of the Responder quest. But I thought it to be wise to make a loop underneath the New River Gorge Bridge towards Camp McClintock for the military practice there that gives very decent XP, and stop by the Overseer's home for additional valuable loot. Before I would go onto that journey, however, I also placed down my shelter that I use somewhat like a secure mobile base, as enemies cannot follow you into there, and built all the basic workbenches as well as all the basic player buff machines I accumulated over the years through season pass rewards and atomic shop purchases. But what we can do is crafting ourselves some better armor. So we can scrap this one now. There we go, get some leather back. And we can repair this one, which is at level 5. And let's see. So all the limbs are not level 5 yet. Let me see if we can make that happen. One fundamental part in Permadeath had to be done before embarking on a little expedition, and that is upgrading my gear to my current available level. You have no idea how much difference a level 5 armor already does in comparison to level 1 on Permadeath. So, freshly equipped with restocked supplies and claimed perks, I went on my way when the most unusual was about to happen. There's also a little heads up again, because I keep forgetting about that we have that also on Ko-fi, where you can support my creations on my channel. The heck was that? No freaking why? What?
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
What? There's a Grafton monster. I never, in over 3,000 hours, have I never seen a Grafton monster right here other than in Nuclear Winter. What? I know what you're thinking now if you never played Permadeath. What's so special about a Grafton monster? Well, sometimes even the Dirt it throws is a one-hit death on the high level players on Permadeath. Don't forget that 200% additional damage from the mole rat earlier. Have a good shooting line right now. Hope you a lot of XP. It's heading towards Flatwoods. Oh, that is dangerous for new players as well. There's a car there, right? There you go. Get some damage. Oh. Oh my goodness! We just killed a Grafton monster. Whew! That thing can one-hit kill you in Permadeath, by the way. For those who are not aware. What a big success that one is. Oh boy. And another laser pistol, nice. Okay, hey, that was actually it's actually quite a success, not gonna lie, but I never seen a Grafton monster. I already wondered what the noise was. It was like, what the heck is over there, you know? Now after that shocker, it was time to head to Camp McClintock to get our military training that is required for some other quest lines anyways, but also gives us good XP. Sneaking in between a hostile rider and the Blood Eagle outpost, we climbed up the mountain to get started. Getting us a uniform, going through the marksmanship training that showed us why the United States lost because the soldiers had to buy their own ammunition, through the agility course without any imitations, and finally the Patra idiot practice to accuse Jimmy of communist values because he cares about human rights.
これは鳩ですか?
The only challenge that has cost a few Permadeathers their lives in this quest is the live fire exercise that is the final part of the quest. But, a veteran Permadeather like myself, it was merely a routine target practice with a few little stutters. Malnutrition can be another one. Pretty sure I will have that one tomorrow. My god, just die already! That's the one that's stuck. There we go. Of course. There we go. Okay! There we go. Alrighty. With that said, we are level 8. We have another level up. With our gun. There we go. Alrighty. And now we can make our way over to Sutton Station, sell some stuff, have a little stop there at the Overseer's home, and then go over to Morgantown. That would be the plan right now. And done as said. We stopped by Sutton Station and took a break at the Overseer's home, looting everything that wasn't up in a tree by the count of 3, before heading out to approach what I call the Permadeath Graveyard, Morgantown Airport. So hard to hit with that damn... There we go. Iron sight. Go. Another one down. How many more shots do you need? Oh, goodness. There we go. 200% more damage, 25% less carry weight. No VATS, no fast travel. No teams, no Fallout First subscription features. Other than hosting the world. Full list can be found right there. I think there's still one left right inside there. So if maybe not sold my grenades. Yep, there you go. Okay. Sadly, that 10 mil is below our level, which might be why we have to hit them so often with this one now. The next one being at level 15. We are just so at level 8, but soon at level 9. It's the tough part. My goodness, stop moving. It's funny how often we are here and how the path of all the Scorches is different every single time. Now that is actually a thing in Fallout 76, what makes Permadeath so extra hard in comparison to other Fallouts. Since it's a live service game at all times, so server-based, the NPCs cannot only get disoriented or brought off course by other players, it's also that Bethesda updates the game pretty regularly these days that can additionally alter their behavior, both intentionally and unintentionally. Not to mention all the perk and damage numbers they've been patching back and forth a lot lately. There we go, there's another one. There's the next one. I was waiting for that one from the right-hand side there. Man, it really seems like they walk entirely different paths than from last time. Come on. There we go. Also danger though. Maybe from like scorched in like above or something, that might be. Okay. And walk him in. Ah. Oh my god, that was a very close call there. Almost got a shot right in my face there. Where are you? Okay, behind everything. Ooh, breathing. Walk him in, how you doing? You know what? There you go, cheers mate. I only have water, but you know, a bevy is a bevy, as I always say. Let's see. I never took so long in this dungeon. Never have I taken ever so long here. This is absolutely insane. Just die already. There we go. Okay, one more. Oh, they are. Okay. We have to do the peekaboo. There we go. That should have been all of them. There we go. Alrighty. And we have more at the end of the hallway soon when we come around that corner. Let me briefly see. Do I have... No, okay. Oh, there they are already. Oops, 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 oops. Now, the reason why this one took me so long is such recent update that overhauled the perks in a way I wasn't fully prepared for, and therefore didn't have as much output damage as I usually would at this point. We also had a rather unlucky start to the run when it comes to leveling, which didn't help, but that's part of permadeathing in Fallout 76. A lot of it comes down to luck outside of the in-game luck stat of your character. You will see a major scene later regarding this that comes down to multiple circumstances. Appreciate it. There we go. Have more of these. Get that one out of the way before they shoot it when I'm too close to it. Also, let's caution, we're still not done here. Ah, saw some movement there. There we go. Still says caution though, we're still not done yet. Ah, in the kitchen, I see. You gave away your position. There we go. Alrighty. We made the interior. Oh, there we go. Well, and this is why I call Morgantown Airport the Permadeath Graveyard and describe it as a dungeon. Because this was merely the interior. We still have to go through the airfield. Of which I will save you some time and nerves. It is the easier part anyways in most things, as we can simply snipe the Scourge from far away. With a pistol. So back outside, getting surprised by leftover Scourge in the front, yet I luckily happened to see in time. Over to the containers that barricade the airfield and serve as a great cover past the tents of the former responders to a Looney Tunes worthy sneak action at the bus stop. One on that bridge. I don't like my position right now. Let me sort here. There we go. I was very close to that one, actually. Yeah, I don't know how I didn't spot that one either, but anyway. It was then up to sneak to the terminal to complete that part of the main quest and hence reach the average level of 10 that players reached on the Permadeath server hereupon, before heading back to the shelter to upgrade our gear and craft the infamous Circuit Breaker pistol, that is an energy variant of the 10mm pistol from the Atlantic City season. Since legendary weapons are merely cosmetic on Permadeath, we have to resort to non-legendaries that have special effects. I then went ahead to also complete some side quests and the collision course event for additional XP, as it usually can be done in peace once you wiped off the enemies of the airport, if it wouldn't have been for some minor player interference that not only made the Scourge respawn on the airfield I was on, no, it even brought in a flying vertibird convoy that confused the Scourged further and got them off track their usual routes where you can ambush them, and when these vertibirds get down, they tend to crash straight into your direction, like they do in Fallout 4. I even could see the other players shooting the vertibirds, which aggroed them to stay within the area further, just to not finish the job they started. Oh boy, can anything go smooth in this run? But well, in the end, we did survive Morgantown Airport and could come to a close for the first 4-hour stream of the run. More, we all knew, our nerves wouldn't be able to handle anyways. On the second day, I created the sky by separating the waters. No. On day 2 of the Permadeath run, I forgot to change the weather setting, as we usually switch that almost daily. But, well, must be a low pressure system that just got stuck in the Appalachian Mountains then. The first mission was to retrieve the responder cache at Morgantown Train Yard, which required me to shoot through a lot of Scorched again as a warming up target practice. But that didn't come with little difficulties, as you can imagine. Why is it not here? I thought like we have like last time when we ended, we had the mission to grab like some supplies for the responders from Morgantown Train Yard, but I cannot see it here anywhere now. Well, meanwhile time has passed and I could find out this quest is just a little buggy right now. But back then we didn't know, so we just ventured off into Morgantown to get stuff done like the Back on the Beat event, where you defend the responder protectorate from ghoul wives as it unlocks good loot places. As a dancer for some of these events, they only come up in the moment, and you gotta be there in the moment, otherwise you will miss it. What the? The ghoul just decided to jump down the bridge there. How dedicated. How dedicated to destroy a bot there. Okay. Let me get up the shelf here. There we go. Now I am an elf on a shelf. If I was Elfbard, it would be even better. Greetings to Elfbard, another modder of the Fallout 4 community. Can I recommend checking his channel out? Also streams here on occasion. Don't forget we have plus 200% more damage both incoming and outgoing. So, the enemies might be a bit tougher now. They might destroy Steelheart in no time if I'm not there. Come on! Because it lags! I hate it. Oh my god, oh my god. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't you kill me. Phew! There's this danger. Where? I don't see the danger. Oh my god, I cannot see, and it's laggy. This is like the exact recipe how to die in permadeath. When you have lag like this, it's not fun. There we go. We survived though, that's what matters. But this is why I said earlier, before I started this is a very dangerous one to do on permadeath, but it's absolutely worth it due to the XP that you get and also the resources there. Oh my god, this is not good. Just die already! Okay, still okay? Yes, okay. Phew, okay. We made it! Back on the Beat is done and completed on permadeath.
Still a piece of garbage.
And thank you for checking in, Catarella. Now, since we did that event without dying, I felt the need to celebrate that victory, and what place is better for that than the NSI house of the Fraternity Row in Morgantown to get a snootful of Nuka-shine? Yeah, being drunk in a post-apocalyptic world with mutated creatures sounds like the responsible thing to do. Drink a bottle of Nuka-shine, there we go! And now we have a bunch of uninvited guests here. There we go. Getting some extra XP for killing all those ghouls and extra materials, which is pretty good. Where about the other corpse went right now? Huh? I hear them. I hear them. Ah! There we go. Luckily we have an effect on... Oh my god! What is it? On Nuka-shine to resist some more damage. But sometimes, as you can see yourself, it's very hard to hit them regardless, despite standing right in front of them. You somehow still miss. Stimpak has worn off, but that's okay. We still have 1 minute of Nuka-shine. There we go. Rad-X, silver pocket watch. Ah! we're fading out. There we go. Off we drift into the land of subconsciousness. Like in a proper party, we black out. And now the question is, where do we wake up? Because that one will be the next question. That is, let's say, rather precarious. Sometimes, depending where you spawn. Alrighty. Well, that's what you get for irresponsible drinking. So there I was, stranded in the Mire, one of the top 3 most dangerous regions, and my forgetfulness was to be further regretted by myself as the visibility was worse than my outlook on my survival. So I decided, may as well use it and do something very unorthodox to navigate over to the Fisherman's Rest, as it's an easy quest and we would be getting fishing gear. Because that way, if I'd run out of food and incapable of killing the higher tier enemies within this region, I could at least still grab a fish out of the marshes to snack on. Though I did establish a helping hand for myself against those wild creatures. Sadly, we have fog crawlers, we have anglers, we have hermit crabs, we have... Speaking of hermit crabs! Oh, goodness.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Okay.
No!
Move camp. So once that hermit crab decides to attack, we have some turrets that will help us. I didn't even need the turrets. Can you believe it? For that I shook the, got some bees to be interested. There we go. Okay. Lucky me. That was anxiety. Sorry, chat. Yes. That indeed was. I'm surprised that hermit crab was so easy, though. It was only when I finished the fishing starter quest that another permadeath in chat made me aware that the server setting disabled fast travel still allows fast traveling to key points like Foundation, Crater, Nuka World, White Springs, and Vault 76. Not the way I intended it to be, but if Bethesda gives us no other choice, may as well use it to our advantage, I thought, and skedaddle out of here. From Vault 76, I then decided to walk south to continue the Responder questline to get inoculated against the Scourge disease at the AVR Medical Center in Charleston. After surviving over an hour in the Mire, I felt confident that my skill and gear would be sufficient to get there. But as always in Fallout 76 Permadeath,
disasters don't just happen. There are a chain of critical events. Unravel the fateful moments in those final seconds from disaster.
I'm just gonna take myself out on a solo. Oh my god, what happened? So I was reading chat aloud and I think it was just those berries that explode. I think I'm fine, yeah. I'll just take out Solo in a fancy dress that doesn't look sus at all. Who cares? It doesn't look sus, you just wanna give yourself a single date. Nothing wrong about that. Self-care first, another story. I'm pretty sure you're overthinking it way more than the other people. Simply put, I'm pretty sure other people will not think about that at all. Maximum thinks that will think, oh, she has a cute dress. I think that's the maximum that will happen. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no! Why did you come here? No! He spun right into my face there! All good things come eventually to an end. In order for new things to arise, the old ones have to go first. In order to live in the future, we have to stop living in the past. But just like a car has a big windshield and yet a little rear mirror, we will briefly look at the scene again to see what happened behind us. Yeah, wait, stop. Stop! God, how does this thing work again? Yeah, okay, I think I got it.
Maximum that will happen. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Why did you come here? No!
This is Fallout 76 Permadeath. Ruthless, unforgiving, and random. Like a flatwoods monster spawning right in front of you, killing you one shot, giving you no chance. We still have plenty of different character runs to do that I actively stream on Twitch, so if you're liking it out, be my guest. And if you feel like you're up for the challenge yourself, feel free to join my Discord server. This was the Fallout 76 Hardcore Permadeath run as JustWanya myself. Thank you so much for watching, special thanks to my Ko-fi contributors, and have a great day, a great night, or whatever time zone it is, and I'll catch you another time, another day.